Welcome back to Inside Hollywood. When talking about their personal life, some celebrities are eloquent and candid. Others opted to live private lives and rarely talked about anything but their jobs. We'll talk about 10 famous people you probably didn't know were gay today. 1. Wentworth Miller. Wentworth Miller, an actor and screenwriter raised by English and American parents, is best known for playing Michael Scofield in the hit TV show Prison Break. Additionally, he has had appearances in Law & Order, Ghost Whisperer, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and even Family Guy as a voice actor. Wentworth has struggled with his sexuality all his life and even made several suicide attempts while still a teenager. He refuted rumors that he was gay in an interview with InStyle magazine in 2007, but unexpectedly came out 6 years later. The St. Petersburg International Film Festival had sent an invitation to Wentworth. He declined the invitation in a letter published on their website because he was worried about how the Russian government treated its LGBT citizens. He claimed that since people like me are being denied the freedom to live and love openly, he couldn't attend an event there in good conscience. 2. Jonathan Knight. Jonathan Knight, a member of the boy band New Kids on the Block, was gay. Jonathan may not want his personal life to be in the spotlight, but by not being out and proud, more people may be interested in learning more about it, whether or not he likes it. Tiffany, a 1980s and 1990s pop icon, accidentally shot at him without meaning to on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live. She was asked if she had ever dated anyone from New Kids on the Block during the interview, to which she responded, "The quiet one." He became gay afterward. Tiffany felt terrible, but Jonathan Knight stood up for her before retaliating against the press for asking him why he hadn't revealed his secret. Jonathan claimed that even though his sexual orientation was not publicly known, he had always lived openly with his companion Harley Rodriguez, a non-celebrity. He later made a post on the New Kids on the Block blog, saying being outed as gay on a magazine cover was necessary for becoming a public personality. Tiffany may have unintentionally outed him, but his ex-boyfriend did it on purpose. In 2009, Jonathan's ex-boyfriend came out as gay in a piece that appeared in the National Enquirer. Jonathan didn't confirm or deny anything. 3. Andy Brennan. Andy Brennan is a skilled Australian professional soccer and football player who is adored by fans worldwide for his skills on the field. At the same time, his soccer prowess should be admired, as should his courage in coming out in public. Andy, born in 1993, is one of the few openly gay male football players in Australia. Andy had relationships with women while living in the closet for a while. Andy had been considering being gay, even if he wasn't sure. He admitted that it had been a heavy mental weight in an interview with the Herald Sun, but that he needn't have worried, since when he came out to the public, he was met with nothing but support. Everyone, including his teammates, friends, family, and fans of the opposition players and fans, had entirely favored his announcement. Andy thinks coming out has improved his life and probably impacted his admirers, some of whom may be dealing with similar sex-related apprehensions. 4. Colton Haynes. Colton Haynes is a famous American actor and model born in Kansas. Although he is most known for his top parts in the television series Arrow and Teen Wolf, he has a history in the spotlight that dates back to his modeling career in New York when he was 15. With a bright career in either acting or modeling, as he desired, Colton appeared to have it all. That didn't mean he didn't have certain secrets that gave him a lot of concern, though. For a while, the public had suspicions, but Colton wasn't ready to confirm them. Colton came out as gay in January 2016, a decade before he was thrust into the spotlight. Suspicions of his sexual orientation were raised when he commented on images of himself in the gay lifestyle magazine X-Way. Though Colton wasn't in the ideal frame of mind to affirm or deny, they interpreted these remarks to imply that he was gay. In 2016, Colton came out to Entertainment Weekly in a public interview after receiving treatment for his anxieties. In 2017, he married Jeff Leatham, a famous florist, and engaged to her. At the beginning of 2018, he filed for divorce. Despite their reconciliation, the couple divorced in August 2019, and since then, relationships have been strictly kept under wraps. 5. Apple CEO Tim Cook. In addition, Tim Cook succeeded Steve Jobs as Apple's CEO, which made headlines in and of itself. Tim Cook also made history by being the first openly gay CEO of a Fortune 500 business. Tim Cook kept his personal affairs quiet when he first succeeded Steve Jobs as CEO. He never disputed his sexual orientation, but he never came out to the public. That changed in 2014 when Tim publicly appeared gay in an opinion piece for Businessweek. He claimed that being gay was one of God's greatest gifts to him and that he was proud of it. Many people had suspicions about Tim's sexual orientation, he claimed. Although Apple was also aware of his sexual preferences, Tim had put more emphasis on Apple's products and customer support than on his personal life. He does remain secretive about any relationships he may or may not have even now. Tim explained why he publicly came out as gay while appearing on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. He claimed that while he loved his privacy, he placed an undue premium on it compared to the good that telling the truth may accomplish for others. 6. Eleanor Roosevelt. Being married to Franklin D. Roosevelt, who held office for 4 terms, Eleanor Roosevelt served as the First Lady of the United States for the most extended period. With a monthly column, radio show, and frequent press conferences, she was often in the spotlight for her outspokenness on African American civil rights. The supposed romance with female writer Lorena Hickok, who Eleanor referred to as Hick, was perhaps more astonishing. For decades, speculations circulated about the pair's unique bond. They acknowledged Eleanor's claim that she fell head over heels in love with Lorena while covering her final presidential campaign. Eleanor wrote letters to Loretta in 1933 that attest to the relationship's need for physical connection. However, some accounts claim that family members disposed of many of the letters to conceal their relationship. Even though Eleanor was married to Franklin Roosevelt, the White House was aware of her sexual orientation. 7. Clive Davis. Due to his musical influences, Clive, a pack leader, was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004. He had a reputation for having large clients, but was also renowned for having enormous scandals. Clive, who was married, had several indiscretions in the past. However, as he detailed in his book, The Soundtrack of My Life, few people know that he also had an extramarital affair while married to his second wife. Clive mentioned that his sexuality was changing and that his family was struggling to adjust. For a period, his son, a concert promoter, grappled with his father's sexuality. Although Clive now identifies as bisexual, he has been with men for a long time. 8. Sarah Paulson. The People vs. O.J. Simpson, Ocean's 8, and her recurring parts in American Horror Story have made Sarah Paulson a well-known actress. There are several reasons to support Sarah's viewpoints, including that she has won numerous honors, including a Golden Globe and a Primetime Emmy, and was selected as one of the 100 most influential persons in the world. According to many individuals, she received the most praise for her approach to relationships. She stated that her sexuality is fluid in response to a question about it in an interview with Broadway.com from 2013. She doesn't like to feel constrained or base her decisions on what each community expects of her. She has dated both men and women, therefore her feelings are genuine. She has solely been in relationships with men before her then-fiancé, actor Sherry Jones, who she was with for 5 years between 2004 and 2009. Although there is a 32-year age difference between her and the actress Holland Taylor, they started dating in 2015. Sarah doesn't get to pick who she falls in love with. She claims it's unusual, but anyone who feels judged or misunderstood for being in a similar situation can see how she's living her life in a genuine way, just trying to be as natural as possible. 9. Don Lemon. Since 2006, Don Lemon has served as CNN's familiar and beloved face. He has worked as a journalist, news anchor, reporter, and author for many years. The broader public didn't find out this charming man was gay until he published his memoir, Transparent. Don claimed that as a child, he never imagined getting married or being able to discuss his relationships publicly. It was evident that times had changed when he posted on social media in 2019 to say that his partner, Tin Malone, had proposed. Don claimed that no one at CNN would have been shocked to hear that he was gay, but out of fear, he kept it a secret from the general public. People like Don may be free to be themselves as more and more people come out as gay and declare their support for others who are. As a result, on a live New Year's Eve broadcast in 2017, he felt at ease enough to kiss Tim. Don told CNN that his boyfriend proposed to him by putting booty-shaped dog tags on Boomer and Barkley. 10. Christian Nairn. Despite Christian Nairn's unassuming appearance, if you haven't been living under a rock, you would identify him as Hodor from Game of Thrones. Christian was not a well-known actor before playing Hodor, but after he appeared globally, people became curious about him, especially his sexual orientation. Christian stated that while he doesn't want to be a showpiece, he would be content to help just one person. Most news sources claim that Christian came out of the closet in 2014 following an interview about Game of Thrones on a fan website. He maintains that he was never in, claiming that his sexuality was only a tiny part of who he was, and that he was content to stand up and be recognized. In the middle of 2019, he got engaged to Trevor Brannan, a regular person. Guys, that's all for today. If you want to see similar videos, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Press the bell icon so that you can catch all upcoming videos.